Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Natasha. If it is your first time here, today's video I'm going to be reviewing, playing with, using the new e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection. I picked up quite a few different things from this collection. Not everything, but mostly everything. So that's what we're doing today. If you're interested in this video, just keep watching.
Now close your eyes.
Okay, so the e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection. When I first saw this online, I was really excited because it's like super cute. I love the packaging. We have the palette here. I love the kind of like 70s looking font. Open this guy up. You have a nice mix of neutrals and some shimmers. You have a really nice mix of neutrals and shimmers. I also picked up the primer glow oil. Everything in this packaging is like super duper reflective, so I need to like pull stuff out. The e.l.f. primer glow oil. Really excited about this guy. Some lip liners, some lip glosses. I also picked up the pressed powdered highlights as well as the glow up body oil. I will be putting this on and then I'll probably go outside and then like with my phone give you a little like view of how it looks on the skin when the sun is hitting it. So that's what we're doing today. We're playing with this collection. I didn't pick up everything from the collection because I want to really like stop buying a bunch of stuff that I know I'm not really going to use. So there was like a bunch of liquid glitter shadows. There was a sponge package and a brush package, and I didn't pick those up because, well, I just didn't feel like I really needed them. I didn't get all of the shades for the lip gloss. I just kind of got like the main bulk of the collection, and that's that. I'm just trying to be a little bit better about not buying everything, because a lot of times when like collections will come out, I'll like buy every single piece of it, and then in reality I only like 50 to 60% of it. And so I'm just trying to be a little bit better about that. I'm going to go in with some of this e.l.f. eye tape today. Where's my hair clip? I really like this tape. You guys have seen me use it before. I just want to have like a cool angular kind of look. And this tape is really, really nice. It goes on really well. It sticks really well. And it doesn't like pull your skin when you pull it off. I have pretty sensitive skin, especially around my eye area. Is that even? Yeah, I think that's good. I have pretty sensitive skin, especially around my eye area, and I find that this doesn't really irritate my skin at all. Okay, so let's go into the palette. 18-piece eyeshadow palette. I will have everything linked below for this full collection. I believe this was $18, which is a little expensive for e.l.f., but really not that bad for this palette. So I think what I want to do today is actually go into these shades over here. So I think I'm going to hit the shade Tropicana in my crease, and then I want to use this disco shade all over the lid, and then maybe I'll also hit a little bit of this blue shade in Sip Sip, but we will see. So let's just jump into the eyes. I'm going to go in with this Moda Pro brush. This is just a shading brush, and I'm going to go right into Tropicana. You can't even see it. Right into Tropicana, and just start putting that into the crease. It's kind of like a more lavender-y shade, so I wonder how well it will really show up. Do you ever feel like your phone doesn't start blowing up until you're doing something? Because I feel like my phone always just starts blowing up the second I sit down to film. Yeah, this is a really light lavender-y shade. I almost am just using this just to kind of like peekaboo through that disco shade, but I want to try to put this down first. I picked this collection up at Target. I think that like it's only available in Target and online right now because I haven't really seen it anywhere else. Not that I'm really going anywhere, but I haven't seen it like on the Ulta app. I'm like constantly on the app looking at new arrivals, and I haven't seen it there yet. I'm really having to layer this up, but I do think it is looking pretty so far. What do you guys think about this collection just based on the visuals? When I first saw it, I just like immediately was like, oh, 70s vibes. Something about like the font that they used on everything just like really gave me like 70s retro, like those type of vibes. But when you read on the e.l.f. website and the way that they're kind of like marketing it, branding it is very like tropical, very Bahamas, Tahiti, like palm trees, which is kind of opposite for what I think when I think of like retro or when I think of 70s. So I'm just curious of like what you guys think about that. Like, I still think it's super cute. I mean, I don't know how everything performs, but I like the way everything looks in the collection so far. But I do feel a little confused because I was thinking more like 60s, 70s retro, and it's giving me more like island vibes. Maybe I missed something on that, but who knows? Let's even up this other side. Yeah, this purple shade is pretty, but you really have to layer it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go in with my finger to the shade Disco right here. It's like a really pretty purpley blue, kind of like periwinkly shimmer. And I'm just going to take that all over the lid. Pretty. Wow, this shade is really pretty. And then back in with that Moda brush, just gonna tap a little bit back into that Tropicana shade. Just to soften the edges. Switch over to this other eye here. This is like a super easy eyeshadow look. Pretty, I really like that like purpley. Cute. Okay, I think that is super pretty. Just easy peas. I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm feeling like overwhelmed with my station here. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get my sponge wet and I'm gonna wash my hands, kind of tidy up my station here, and then we'll be back into it. We'll be back in the groove of things. Okay, I'm back. I messed with my camera a little bit, so hopefully we won't be dealing with it going in and out of focus as much, but we'll see. Let's move on to my face. So the next product from the Retro Paradise collection is this primer glow oil. Super cute. I just love the font that they used. So on the packaging for it, it actually says, the Retro Paradise collection was designed by a team of beauty influencers, inspired by the vibrancy of the Bahamas with sunset-like hues and a tropical fruit scent. This collection takes you to paradise wherever you are. So it totally is like a tropical Bahamas vibe here, but I don't know, I guess maybe it's just the word retro, which is like messing with my head, but I totally thought this was more of like a 70s thing and it's more of a Bahamas thing, so that's just me. But I'm really excited to use this primer oil. So it says, use fingertips to allow 2 to 3 drops into skin, allow to fully absorb. Alright. I love a real glowy base. I love using oils on my skin, so this is nice. Oh, it does smell good. I'm just going to put it right into my fingers. I don't like taking the dropper to my face because, I don't know, it just kind of like grosses me out a little bit. It smells really good. It almost smells like shampoo. Like, you know, like the quintessential shampoo smell, like someone walks past you and you're like, they just washed their hair. That's what this smells like to me. Feels really good. Feels good on my hands, actually. Yeah, it smells straight up just like shampoo to me. Yeah, feels really nice. My face doesn't look like any extra glowy, like not as glowy as if I were to use like my Hollywood Flawless filter, but it does feel like I added like a nice extra moisture to there. I'm not going to put foundation on today. I just like haven't been feeling foundation. I'm just going to quickly spot conceal with my Kosas concealer. I am still breaking out, but now just in another part of my face, which is whatever. At least we're all stuck at home. I'm going to quickly blend that out with the e.l.f. buffing brush. You guys know I love this brush. And I just want like a little spot conceal. I don't need too much today. And then let's do a little cream bronzing too. I'm going to go in with the Fenty Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer in Butter Biscuit. This has been like my fave all summer, I feel like. And I'm going to use this e.l.f. domed stippling brush. e.l.f. makes some phenomenal brushes. Like if you are in the market for some affordable brushes, like e.l.f. makes great brushes. I honestly use these two brushes like every single time I do my makeup, and they are just as good, if not better, than some of my higher quality brushes. Like I know everyone really loves like the IT Cosmetics brushes because they're so like luxe and nice, but they're like $40 to $50 a brush, and these are like $6, and I honestly feel like they work just as good. Purple on my eyes is so pretty. It's making me think of my best friend because her favorite color is purple. Okay, and I'm actually going to go over that with a little bit of powder bronzer as well. I'm just going to hit that with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and this Real Techniques Light Layer Powder Brush. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I'm feeling very like frazzle-brained, very all over the place. I don't know if you ever have those days, but today is kind of one of those days for me. Maybe I had too much coffee or something, but feeling a little frazzled. Okay, that is good for powdered bronzer. Let's move on to blush. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette. You guys know, ever since I did that full face of trying e.l.f. products, I've just been obsessed with this. And I'm going to go into these top two shades. They're shades I clearly use the most. And just layer that on the cheeks. Alright, okay, so let's move on to highlight. I picked up both shades in the new Multi-Dimensional Face and Body Shimmer. This one right here is in the shade Luna. This is a white highlight. It does look like kind of chunky in the pan, but I don't know if maybe that's just the way it's pressed. And then this is in the shade Soul. This is more of like a pinky rose gold looking highlight. I think I want to go in with this one. I'm just going to take my Morphe M510 brush. It's almost kind of like dry feeling. Oh, it smells. It really smells. Very tropical. Almost like not very good though. Like not as good as the oil. It is a little bit chunkier, a little bit more glittery than I was anticipating. I don't know if you can really see that, but I do feel like it is really glittery. I haven't really found like an e.l.f. highlight that I like love. I know some people really loved like their bake highlighters, but highlighters is just something I feel like e.l.f. can't really like knock out of the park for me. Like I don't really, maybe if this was more for the body, this does say that it's a face and body highlight. I would like it more, but I feel like on the face it's coming across really chunky. It's not really blending very well. So I'm not loving that. And honestly, the smell is kind of throwing me off. It's like tropical, but in like a car air freshener way. You know, like the trees, like the car air freshener trees. It smells like what like a tropical one of those would smell like. I'm not like loving that. I don't think it looks really great on my face either. Okay, I haven't even put concealer on my under eyes. I'm sitting here looking at myself like, man, my brain feels so frazzled. Man, I feel so off today. Like, da-da-da. And I'm like, my under eyes don't look too hot. Like, they don't look very good. It's because I didn't even put concealer on them. That's why. Wow, Natasha. Wow. That is what your day is going like today? I definitely had too much coffee. Or maybe not enough coffee. So let me just, with the quickness, conceal my under eyes. I even got my sponge wet. I didn't even use it. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. It's one of my favorite sponges ever, I feel like. Oh, I can't believe that I totally spaced concealing my under eyes. Who does that? Who does that? That's better. Okay, under eyes are concealed. I don't know what's going on with me right now. Like my brain just like can't process right now. I'm just like feeling so frazzled. Let's go ahead and do the under eyes. What do I want to do? I think I honestly want to just go in with one of these peachy shades. I'm really thinking like this shade right here in Fuego is what I'm just going to lightly do under my eyes. And I'm going to use this Morphe M506 brush. It's just a really nice, small, fluffy brush. And I'm just going to blend that Fuego shade right under my eyes just to give a little bit of definition, but not too much. Okay, I'm gonna hop off camera real quick, put on some mascara, drink a little bit of water, see if I can get my brain to start working properly again, and we'll come back and we'll finish up the lip, and then I will use this body oil as well. So bear with me, give me just a second, I will be right back. Mascara on, brain fully functioning. Okay, I'm back. Mascara is on. I cleaned up my station a little bit. I don't know what's going on with me today. Thank you for bearing with me, but my brain is just like so frazzled. I think maybe I really did drink too much coffee this morning because I'm like all over the place. I can't really think straight. So let's move on to the lip, and then I'll give you a full rundown of how I feel about everything. So I got 4 of the Retro Paradise lip liners here. It looks like there is 3 shades of brown. There is 3 nude shades and then a hot pink shade. I'm going to go in with the nude shades today. I think I want to go in with... It's so weird that like they don't have a names on the packaging. Like the names are on the plastic outside packaging, but they're not on this one. Like let me... Yeah, so even on the packaging it just says like lip 1, lip 2. That does nothing for me. So I'm going to go in with the lightest of the lip liners. This guy here. It's like a nice neutral brown shade, and I'm going to line my lips with that. This is a pencil lip liner, so it's like old school, kind of like a MAC lip liner. Yeah, this is very peachy. Creamy. Actually wasn't expecting it to be this creamy because it was a pencil liner. looks a little weird on my lips. A little weird of a shade. I have two of the Dream On lip glosses. I have this one here in the shade Tropical Fruit Punch, which is just like a nice baby pink with shimmer. And then I have this one here in A Moment, which is a pretty gold. Lots more glitter and shimmer in there, a lot thicker. I think I'm going to go in with Tropical Punch. Has that same kind of like fake tropical-y smell. Ooh, it feels really nice. Yeah, that feels nice. Let me go ahead and I'll do a little bit of the one in A Moment as well. Pretty. Oh yeah, I really like the way the gloss feels. Okay, so hair down. Sit back a little bit. Let's look at myself. I think I look pretty cute. I actually like the look that I pulled off today. I don't know how I pulled this off, seeing as my brain is all over the place. Let me give you a little rundown of the products. So the first thing we have here is the Retro Paradise palette. I really like this palette. I only used 3 of the shades in here, but they all performed really well. In the past, I haven't loved e.l.f. eyeshadows, but I do think these are really pretty. I will say that I did have quite a bit of fallout from this disco shade. I have like a lot of glitter under my eyes right now, but I think that purpley shade is so pretty and they blend it out really nicely. This is like such a cute little color story, cute packaging, affordable drugstore palette. So I think this is really cute. Does this smell like everything else? No, this doesn't have a scent to it, so if you have sensitive eyes to stuff like that, you don't really have to worry about this. Next, we have the Glow Oil. It felt really nice on my skin. I don't notice my skin looking any more glowy than usual. I use a lot of like glow products, really moisturize my skin. This is something I'm going to have to like test out more. Maybe I'll mix it in with some foundations. I don't love the smell. At first I thought this was like kind of a shampoo-y smell, but now that I started smelling everything else, it kind of just like gives me that like sickly sweet car air freshener type of smell. But I do think it felt really nice. Like it even got on my hands and my hands feel really nice and moisturized and they don't feel too greasy. So I'm going to have to keep playing with that guy. The highlights. So these are the multi-dimensional face and body shimmers. I used this one here in the shade Soul. I don't really like it. It's a little bit too chunky, too glittery for me. You can't really tell like that much on camera, but when I'm looking at myself like in a mirror, it's a lot of like chunky glitter. I think maybe if you were to use this just on the body, that would be better, but for me, for like my face, I don't really like love that. I will say though, it did go on nice. It didn't go on patchy. It wasn't hard to blend. It's just a little bit too chunky, too glittery for me. But for the body, these might be really nice. I also will say that they did come out with this collection and they only came out with these 2 powdered highlights, and these are only going to work with someone with my skin tone. I don't think that if you were any deeper in skin tone than me, that either of these would work for you, like even on your body. So that's something to keep in mind, e.l.f. You need a darker shade for the highlights. What was next? Next was the lip liners. So I only used one of the lip liners. It was nice. It went on really nice. It was creamy. It's a wooden pencil. I don't love that they don't have names, especially they don't have names on here, because it's like, where are the names? You couldn't have named the lip liners? Like, come on. Super cute though, just 4 wooden lip liners. And then you have the 2 Dream On glosses. There is a third one that's in like a baby blue shade. I didn't pick that one up. I just picked up these 2. It feels really nice. My lips look really juicy. They feel really glossy. They don't feel super glidey and oily. They don't feel really sticky. It just looks really nice and it feels hydrating. I don't love the smell. Overall, the smell of this collection, I'm just like not really feeling. Not really for me. So all that's left here is this Glow Up body oil. So I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of this on my chest. Super cute packaging. Overall, I will say that like I love the packaging on everything. I love this like peachy color. I love the font. I think everything is really cute. I love the colors of everything. I just feel like they could have had a deeper shade in the highlights And I wish the eyeliners would have had names on them. Like, it's just kind of like little things like that. Let me see how this guy is. Let me put just a little bit on the back of my hand. So they had 2 shades in this, I will say. I got this one in the shade Sunkissed, which is the lighter of the 2. So they did have a deeper shade in that. Just going to get this on my chest and on my... Has that same smell, which I don't love. I'm not liking the smell at all. And I'm just going to grab a buffing brush. This is a Real Techniques brush. And just blend that out on my skin. Yeah, the smell is like not for me. I feel like a tropical scent could have been done so much better. Like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, that has such an amazing tropical coconutty scent to it. And this is just kind of like a, I just don't like it. I mean, I'm sure maybe other people like it, but for me, I'm just like, meh. Okay. So under the studio lights, it is a little bit harder to see. You can kind of see the reflectiveness on my chest and my shoulders. I will take my phone out and I'm going to record outside. But just purely first impressions putting that on. I don't like the smell. This isn't nearly as glittery as these guys. This has more of like a shimmer to it. It is an oil, but it doesn't feel really greasy, really oily. It honestly felt like it kind of just like soaked right into my skin. So I will insert a clip like right here of what it looks like out in the sun of me going like this, giving you guys a little sun dance, but purely based on first impressions, I think this looks really pretty on the skin. I hate the smell, but it's not super glittery, it's not sticky, it's not really like greasy. So that's cute, that's fun, and affordable oil. I've noticed that like every brand is coming out with a similar product to this right now, like Fenty, Sol de Janeiro, I think Becca, e.l.f. now, like everyone kind of has their own glowy oil that they got going on. So that's pretty much it for the e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection. Thank you guys for sticking around in this video. I know that I'm a little like off. My brain's a little like out of this world today. But overall, I did like the collection. Everything except for this highlight, I'm just not feeling that. Not for me. Leave a comment down below what you think about this collection, if you bought it, if you're gonna buy it, what you think about the whole branding of it, if you felt like it was 70s and ended up being tropical. That's how I felt. I really thought this was gonna be like a 70s vibe and ended up being more of a Bahamas vibe. I'm not mad about it. It's just my perception of what I thought it was going to be. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. I post here every Tuesday and Friday. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.